Can I be brutally honest with you? Most dreams die, not because they're impossible, but because they never get a start date. I know this because I watched my own dream collect dust for years while I convinced myself I was preparing and planning. The truth nobody wants to admit, we're all waiting for someday. Someday when we have more money, someday when we have more time, someday when we feel ready. But someday never comes. It took me losing 3 years to learn one simple truth that changed my entire life. And if you've been stuck in the same place with the same dream, this video might be exactly what you need to finally move forward. Let me be honest with you. someone else is out there doing what you're dreaming about. So stop waiting for perfect. Stop waiting for ready. Give your dream a deadline and give yourself permission to be imperfect along the way. 6 months from now, you'll either have progress and experience, or you'll have another 6 months of someday. The choice is yours. What's it going to be? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.